Hello again, Tara of Queen Bee Homestead, and I killed all my worms. So if you watched my last video, you would have seen me setting up this really awesome Worm Factory 360 outside. While it works amazingly, unfortunately, we had a very cold snap, and while if the worms were established, they should have been able to survive it no problem. Since it was a brand new setup, it was just too much for the worms, and they didn't make it. It was too cold. So I had to get some new worms, and they came in a bag actually that has their little emblem on it, which is kind of cool. And I'm going to be setting these back up. So I did leave, just as kind of an experiment, all the dead worms and food in here, and I just stirred it up every couple days. And actually it looks like it's already composting. It's pretty cool. Even without the worms in it, that you can find no dead worm bodies anymore, and the food is basically gone. So I am going to be adding these new worms and having their food ready and all that. So the top layer did dry out, so when you set these up, you do want to make sure you keep this moist. Since there were no worms in it, I didn't worry about it too much. And this is what it looks like after about a week. No worms in it, just kind of stirring it myself. Not too bad. A little bit of grossness on the bottom, nothing crazy. So that's what it looks like, and I was just stirring it. No worms. I got some new food. You want an equal mix of greens and browns, and my browns are coffee grounds, and the filters they come in. So that's an easy way for me. We drink a lot of coffee, so I can just mix up some cut up filters and some of our just scraps from eating. And that's all it's gonna do. I'm just getting the newspaper a little wet, so that'll be good. Don't want the worms to dry out. Then I'm just gonna kind of spread this out in the corners so that the center is still just dirt. You don't need to mix this in. You just kind of leave it on the surface and the worms will do their job. So there's that. Coffee grounds looks like dirt already. I'm just trying to make sure this is nice and moist. There we go. And I apologize for the amount of times that I say moist. I know that bothers some people. It's just the perfect word for what you want with worms. Not wet, not dry, moist. All right, so we got this big old bag of worms. We're gonna dump it in. And you can just see all that movement. They are looking great. They're already adventuring around. And I'm going to keep the light on in this room so that they don't try to escape and go all over my house. Pretty cool, huh? So that's the worms. They're all in there. I'm just going to put the newspaper on top of them. Found a dry spot. Then I'm going to put the lid on, and I'm just going to leave them alone for 2 days. And if you want to see the first time I set this up, which I did properly, it was just got too cold, I will add a link down below in the description so that you'll be able to watch the setup of the worm bin. So learn from my mistake. If you think it's going to be a little cold out, don't set up your worm bin outside. Set it up either inside, they don't stink, or even in your garage or a barn. And that makes it a lot easier, especially while they're getting established. And also, I just wanted to remind you guys that I did get these worms from Uncle Jim's Worm Farm, which I really like their site. Their customer service has been great. I did not get free worms to replace because it was my fault that they died. I do not blame them at all for that. I didn't try to get new worms for free, but they still talked me through some things through support, and they were very fast at getting back to me. So I really like them. I will also have a affiliate link down below if you want to buy anything from Uncle Jim's Worm Farm. It won't cost you a penny more, but it helps support my channel. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.